My main transportation until I was probably 16 or 17 was a bicycle. We literally went everywhere on our bikes, and we'd ride 30, 40, 50 miles a day. Just that was our mode of transportation. Came with the territory. My mom and dad have been very, very influential on my life. Mom, she danced, she played tennis, she learned how to fly a plane, and there wasn't anything that she couldn't do. My father, I would say, exemplified the work ethic. As a teenager, and Dad actually got me on down at the Standard Oil plant, and I got to work down there for a summer. And honestly, that experience taught me a very valuable lesson. When you have to come home and shower, clean the tub out, take another shower because you're so filthy from your work, I decided I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. But I also gained an appreciation for that was his life. That's what he did. You know, the hard work that he put in to make and create something for our family where, you know, all my brothers got to go to college and we're all pursuing our own professional dreams and so forth. I have a great appreciation for what he sacrificed and the hard work that he put in to allow us that opportunity. My involvement in scouting really came as kind of what my family did. So I was the third of 4 boys. My brothers were involved and all 4 of us were Eagle Scouts. And this is one of the most significant things you can achieve as a teenager that will still mean something when you're 50. It'll still open a door, it'll still create an opportunity for you. I can tell you with 100% certainty the opportunity for me to be a part of BKD came as a result of me being an Eagle Scout. The partner who recruited me, you know, I became good friends with, and I worked for him a lot in the Kansas City office. And he confided in me 7 or 8 years after I'd been with the firm that the only reason they brought me in for an interview to begin with was because I had Eagle Scout on my resume. So I think a lot of those skills that I learned in scouting, I was able to apply when I got to BKD and when I became a senior and I was responsible for teams of people that got assigned to my engagement, so to speak. I had to work with them to have a good, successful outcome on our audit or our project. And again, it was just kind of some of those natural things that you get taught. Hard to, I would say, articulate in words, but it's just skills that you got that build in you through that experience that contribute to your success later in life. And I can tell you that now I've been blessed through my work with BKD to be involved with the American Institute of CPAs as the chair of the board. In my inaugural speech last year, scouting was front and center. There was a lot about my scouting career that was in the Journal of Accountancy magazine article they did. Scouting, while it's lots of great fun memories, it also does establish some really fundamental values in your life. Scout motto of "Be Prepared" is really a fundamental value you can apply to just about anything in life, and it's relevant. Whether it's, you know, showing up, being prepared to work when you're coming into the office each day, or whether you're preparing for the future from a future learning standpoint, a unlearn, relearn standpoint. I mean, it's just one of those kind of concepts and principles that you know, I've applied in every aspect in every stage of my life, and there's value there. Technology clearly is driving significant change, particularly when you look at the audit side of our profession. And you know, you look at the very bold and very self-disruptive move that our board and the profession is now taking to try to create a dynamic audit solution in the future. I truly believe that it will be a transformative type of process to where we're going to wind up with something that creates much more value in the marketplace and much more insight. And again, technology, big data, you know, AI and so forth are all behind that. And I think we will wind up at a place that it is much more relevant and much more valuable. My family means everything. As a family, I personally have been very blessed to have the person who's been the love of my life since I was a teenager become my wife, and are in love as much today as we were then. We've raised 3 children together. They're all now out of college and into their careers, and we're very thankful. Dinner was kind of our time to get together as a family and meet and engage with the kids and with Jana and kind of just bring the day together, so to speak. So whenever I was in town, we did dinner together. And we always went around the table and did highs, lows, and good turns. So what was the best part of your day? What was the worst part of your day? and what good turn did you do for somebody? And we always said, if you can't think of a good turn, then we know who's doing the dishes. So, but it was kind of instilling in them that concept of, what did you do today that impacted somebody else in a positive way? Did you help somebody at school? Did you give them a pencil if they needed it? It's little things, but you just kind of constantly drilling in their minds that be thinking about how you can impact and bless somebody else, and that will really have a positive impact on your life as well. Well, I would say BKD is a different, but a family for me as well. And I look back on Larry Fogel, Chuck Wells, Jim Sneed. These are individuals who they invested time in me, and they would put me in uncomfortable situations, knowing that it was going to help me grow and develop something that I didn't have at the time. That concept of self-disruption is something that has really resonated with me as I've kind of been involved with the board and now out speaking on behalf of the AICPA, and kind of sharing that concept of, let's not wait for the future to happen. Let's take control and be intentional about what the future is going to look like. In order to do that, we need to self-disrupt. And that's one of the things that I would say we've been intentional about focusing on this past year and are making some great strides in. Success for me today is more about, can I really influence and impact somebody else's life in a positive way? Can I plant a seed? Can I do something that is going to really set somebody on a course like what happened to me, and push me down a path that really created a great life for me as well? One of my favorite memories of this journey has been Peggy invited me to come to Michigan and speak. And one of the events that she arranged when I was up there was a meeting with about 20 students from several universities. And these were students that I thought were mainly accounting students, and they were all in accounting classes, but not all of them were accounting majors. Apparently some of them had actually kind of decided to go down a different path. And at the end of the conversation, one of the girls came up to me and said, I've already made my decision. I'm going to become a nurse. And after today, I've decided I'm going to become a CPA. I mean, it blew me away, the fact that just me spending 3 hours with a group of individuals could have that kind of an influence on them to set them down a course that I know is going to create a great, successful life for them. It was very impactful to me to know that I could have had that kind of an influence on somebody, quite frankly. And so that was one of my best memories of the past year.